Hello everyone, welcome to Healthy Bridge Bites. This is Sabina here. When we talk about healthy, it's not only about food or physical health, it's also about mental and emotional health. To discuss more about this, today we have Kritika Taran, founder of Heptasense. She is a nutritional psychology counselor, NLP trained, social activist, author, speaker, blogger, and much more. So let's explore by inviting her and know her journey. Hi, Kritika. A very warm welcome to Healthy Bridge Bites. So I'm so glad you were able to take your time out from your busy schedule. Thank you once again.
Thank you. I gone through that Healthy Bites videos. It was so nice and impressive, and wanted to grab and eat.
Okay, thank you. All are healthy ones. So
I want to know when you are going to open a restaurant to eat.
Okay.
As a Bangalorean, we instead of buying, we eager to buy.
Okay, you're most welcome to my house. You're most welcome to my house.
It's Bangalorean mentality.
Yeah. So we have heard about nutritionists and psychologists. What is this nutritional psychology?
For weight loss, we go for nutrition. We visit nutrition or dietitian. That also big two differences that I don't want to go through that. So, what they will suggest? Some diet chart, some for and everything. If any mental issues, we go to psychology for therapy. Okay. Or they suggest for some. Have you visited any nutritionist recently or psychologist?
No, personally not.
No, personally not. Okay. Do you have any idea why we visit nutrition? Why we visit psychology?
Nutrition, basically, if we have any lifestyle disease or any disease, they give us a diet chart, what to eat, how much to eat, what to avoid, what are the most things like telling about how to add more carbs or more proteins. If we are diabetic, how to not to take these fruits, or how to avoid these kind of foods, or how to add these kind of foods.
Okay. Psychologists,
if we are having some emotional or mental disturbance or something, they talk through that and make us realize what we are thinking of. If we are, for example, if we are having any negative thoughts or anything, so they walk through us, why is that happening, and they give a different perspective to look at things.
Yeah. Yes. I want to add one more thing. If you see nutritionists, if they give diet chart, if you are not able to follow that diet chart, or you don't have mental strength to follow that diet chart, what will you do? You skip. If you visit psychologists, and they prescribe therapy and everything. And if your vitamin D is low, B12 is low, or some hormonal issues are there, anything related to body, the therapy won't work properly.
Okay. So you're giving the combo pack. So you're giving the
diet
combo
and therapy
pack.
Yes, true. Diet and you got that point. The diet and therapy is an integrated part of the holistic approach.
Okay. So if you're mentally not strong, you won't be able to follow the diet chart. So first you're making them mentally strong and making them mentally realize what's the problem, and then going through the diet.
Shall I tell one secret?
Yeah.
90% people are emotional eaters. Because we emotionally bonded with the food. So you may know, we have that function, Bakrit is coming. Celebrate. Ramjan is coming, how you celebrate? Diwali is coming, how you celebrate?
Yeah, first we think about what's the menu and what should we plan, right?
So one family function is there. Any plan in the family function, first part, how they how they react about the plan.
What's on the menu?
The food should, the food, everyone should be satisfied after eating our food, after our meal. No one should skip.
Yeah.
That is Indian culture. Not only Indian culture, world over, the culture very much integrated with the food. It is integrated with the body and mind. We all are emotionally attached with the food.
Yeah.
If I tell during any Diwali time, if I tell you follow this diet,
no one is going to follow.
No, Madam Diwali, Adi Mela Bartini.
Yeah.
Ramjan is Madam Adi Mela Bartini.
Yeah.
This is the normal life, actually, day-to-day life. We attach not only that Sunday, we family meeting, family dinner, everything we tailored, actually, we stitched and tailored with culture and our mind. Suddenly we give some other food, you have to follow this. This is the healthy one. The mind won't. So, even dietitian need some psychological approach to the patients, clients.
Okay, so true, so true. So if you're not mentally prepared, you're not going to follow it for a long run, right? Maybe just for a few days you will follow. Again, your mind will be seeking or like craving for the junk food or the other food. Especially when you tell a diabetic patient, maybe normally he'll be eating less sugar. When you tell don't eat, the craving becomes more.
Definitely. Craving attached with that so many things. It's not only about diet, it's about mind. I keep mind and body in the same part of our system.
Okay.
It's not separate system. What you feed for the body, it goes to our
okay.
What you feed for our mind, it goes to the body. So it's a vicious cycle. Psychological issues and diet issues are vicious cycles.
Okay.
Don't eat healthy food, we may fall into stress and depression or so many issues. If we don't follow the healthy lifestyle, the same thing, mental issues will start. Mental issues, people, whoever having mental issues, whoever having stress and depression, they should follow that strong diet regime and healthy lifestyle. So they have to break that. So it comes, obesity and depression are highly interlinked. Depression is interlinked. Thyroid and stress is interlinked. Cardiac issues and stress is interlinked. And so many, not only 150 health issues interlinked with the stress issues.
Okay. So basically what you mean is diet and mental health is food and mental health is interconnected, and you're seeking it at one place instead of going to a separate dietitian, instead of going to a psychologist. Everything is in a one package, combo pack we are getting. Okay, that's one.
Holistic approach, the 360-degree approach we need. If we treat one side, what happened to the other side? These things will, it comes, so from here it starts, and this will, again, here from the treatment won't work actually. One more, it's not my idea, it's not my own idea. We have, in our gut, we have big microbiome world. Microbiome world, it's connected with the brain with gut y-axis. So it's gut y-axis, all the limbs and hormones are also interlinked. How do you get fear? If you don't get proper sleep, cortisol will rise. Melatonin. So many issues interlinked with our body. Body is not just like that, not machine or something.
Okay.
It's with our gut. Gut is our second brain.
So that's why we tell, right? It's my gut feeling.
Gut feeling, yeah, gut feeling. Whenever we feel something else, no. So, sometimes you might have observed, if you heard about shock news or something, you tend to bathroom or toilet.
Yeah.
Some people go for loose motion or something. Immediately they run actually, because the brain directly send message to the gut. Something.
Okay.
So and sometimes you don't believe, gut itself acts as a brain.
Gut itself?
Act as a brain.
Okay.
Rarely in some situation, it sends signals.
Okay. So basically, when we talk about health, it comes about physical health, and so many things are available, right? When it comes to physical health, there are so many types of diets, there are so many clinics everywhere. There is clinic. You can easily go and approach to any clinic. There are pharmacies in each and every street, and there are equipments, exercises, like whole lot of things for physical health. So when we talk about mental health and emotional health, first of all, people are not aware about it. And second of all, what are the options available other than only the psychologist? How can they treat themselves? Just for example, when we have a headache, we just go to the pharmacy and take an over-the-counter medicine. So how people should deal with mental and emotional health?
Yeah, it's a good question. So even small peacock feather, if you load it more, if you load it more, the vehicle will break. We have the limitations for peacock feather also. Right. So stress is like something else. Everyone has, so you can bear 50 kgs weight. I can take only 5 kgs. So 5 kg, who has the strength to bear the 5 kg weight can't bear 50 kg.
Okay.
So you can't compare each and every person. Every how they face the issue is different. How they receive is different. How they perceive is different. I have very, very sensitive people who comes for counseling. I have very strong people who comes for counseling for different big issues.
Okay.
Same person who is very sensitive can deal with issues very easily. Who is very strong cannot solve very simple relationships. We will be surprised why this is happening.
Okay.
This we can't relate with each and everything. So I have to deal. Someone else is different and someone else is different. So unique.
So everyone has a unique personality. So the problem here,
the perseverance also different. Every person, they deal with the stress is different, and we can't tell this will make them stress to them. One thing, the same happening. So I take that COVID experience. COVID experience, so many people felt trauma, depressed, and anxiety issues started. People coped and became very strong and started new business and found their new lifestyle.
Okay.
Started to earn also. They started. So some people in same issue, some people look into the opportunity, they grow. Some people look into the problems, they feel depressed. So it's not about the issue.
Okay.
How you look, how you perceive the issue. It creates stress to you. The cycle. Continuous the feeling stress again and again. It become a chronic stress. Acute stress is nothing. Today we get that acute stress. The boss is scolding. The wife something, husband tells something, and baby is not obeying. So many issues. These are acute stress. Acute stress sometimes some COVID third wave is coming. 9/11 happened. That period only, acute stress happens in that some single period. The chronic stress is that day to day.
Okay.
Chronic stress happen after divorce. Relationship breakup. After 5 years. Day to day.
COVID and 9/11 itself, like those who saw like from far away, for them it's an acute stress. Those who dealt with it or those who lost their loved ones, for them it might be chronic stress, right?
No, not like that actually.
Okay.
Stress is called acute chronic stress, and single day stress is called acute stress.
Okay. Okay.
Prolonged, but diabetic is prolonged issue. When you meet, maybe meet met up with the accident, some accidents, we come home. Some treatment, it happens. That's all. We finish it. That is acute stress.
Okay.
We just finish after that accident, small cut. That day pain will be there, but the pain is continuous. Is acute chronic stress. Chronic stress leads to anxiety disorders, depressions, diabetic, cardiac issues, thyroid issues, and so woman hormonal problems, even fertility issues.
Okay.
So many fertility issues are coming up because of stress.
Okay.
These are all because of chronic stress, which they can't bear, which they can't deal day to day.
Okay.
So they need lifestyle changes.
Okay.
Complete lifestyle changes, including.
So when you're talking about lifestyle changes, what are the simple things which can be followed?
Daily walk.
Okay.
Walk. As much as you can.
Okay. Or like simple exercise or something like that.
Simple exercise. I need to walk whenever time comes.
Okay.
If you get a phone call, walk. Getting a one meeting, just close the video and walk and talk.
Okay. Okay.
And if possible, whenever get time. So people can 8 hours work, ma'am. How I can 15 minutes work, 10 minutes work. 8 hours you will get 80 minutes work.
Okay.
That's all over.
Okay. Okay.
We have to say, we think it's very difficult. Very difficult. I'm very busy person. No. Just simplify everything. Everything become very simple.
Okay.
That's
okay. Okay.
Life is so simple. We think too much and complicated.
Okay.
So life is like so that psychologist told something, that therapist told something. Nothing. Be simple. Life is so simple.
Okay.
Complication at all.
Okay. So like we have physical checkups, right? Yearly checkups, like now we get like as packages and all those things. So do we really have any mental or emotional checkups?
In physical health checkup itself shows everything.
Okay. Can you elaborate?
Yeah. If you don't get sleep, the vitamin D level you can check.
Okay.
Then prolonged sleep issues leads to some inflammation problems.
Okay.
So your HSRP won't be normal. Prolonged, not proper diet, your B12 and vitamin D and other minerals won't be normal.
Okay. Okay.
Potassium, so many things are there. If we take prolonged medications, our liver won't be done. Liver test won't be normal.
Okay.
And diabetic, pre-diabetic, especially pre-diabetic shows everything. Insulin resistance, so many things.
Okay. So what about emotional?
Definitely, emotional health, if we have chronic stress, definitely shows in the blood test.
Okay.
Prolonged stress issues. Same time, if we can't sleep, if we wake up in the morning, 4 o'clock, 3 o'clock, and if we can't work normally as we are,
okay,
definitely we need to reach out to any psychologist and psychiatrist.
Okay. Okay.
They will analyze the psychometric test.
Okay. Okay.
Just doing in psychometric test in that Google is not okay with me. Actually, it's not good.
Okay.
We need to check with the professional, because two sides are there. One is some people who are normal. They tell, I am stressed, I am depressed, I have anxiety. Don't do me. No, they are normal. I ask one question. Do you have sugar or BP? you have any issues? Sugar, BP, anything?
For me, oh no.
No, you have.
Okay.
When you check your sugar level, what it shows?
But recently, I haven't checked.
No, when check no 86, 90 within
Yeah.
normal range. You have sugar within normal range.
Okay.
You have pressure, blood pressure within normal range.
Yeah. Okay.
If it
I don't
goes
have
up,
high.
you have-
I don't have high sugar and I don't have high BP. I have BP. I have sugar, but I don't have high. Okay. Okay.
So if it within the range, we tell it's normal. If it goes above and below,
Okay.
it's not. Same thing. We have every person have that stress, depression mood, anxiety mood, everything. We should not do the work properly. Our mind will wander. We can't concentrate. So we can think, okay, the stress level goes up or down. So depressed or anxiety. These things will start to happen. As I already told, the two sides. One is who are normal, they tell depressed, I have depressed mood, and they think about depressed mood again and again. They Google it about depressed mood. They find all the symptoms. As I already told, we all have sugar, we all have we have the depressed mood. They enlarge it unnecessarily. And really they feel into the depressed mood.
Yeah, when you Google some problem, you get more stress. Okay, I'm having this, I'm having that.
And one more here, definitely, they have depressed, anxiety issues. They ask, am I mental? No, I don't want to go to psychologist. I don't visit her.
Yeah, that.
How bad can you tell me?
Yeah, that is the stigma, right? If you're going to a psychiatrist, that means you're a mental.
Yeah. How dare? We all have sugar and BP. We all have psychological problems, psychological mood, personality. It should be in the level. We can't tell the reason why the diabetic is coming, why BP is coming. It has lot of reasons. Same thing, why psychology issues are coming. It has lot of reasons. We are the diabetic capital, not only. We are the anxiety capital. We are the depressed capital. We are the mental disorder capital in the world.
Stress capital.
Stress capital. India has the most stressful people in the world. But we don't want to treat.
Okay.
So, like you told, no, the pharmacies on every corner. Therapies in every corner. Because there is no support group. The family, before we had joint family.
No, now it's become normal to take medicine. If we go to a relative's house or to a function, it has become normal. After food, everyone opens their purse and takes the medicine. So it has become a common practice. So it's not something to be ashamed or something to be like this. I'm taking medicine. No one is ashamed of telling that or anything. But if someone has to tell I'm going to a psychiatrist or I'm taking psychological sessions or anything, that, oh, don't tell her, I'm just going, we'll just talk that secretly, as if that is like very bad. As I told, like everyone walks into a pharmacy so normally, like grocery shop, they take the medicine and come. I don't know how many people will be ready to go to a psychiatrist, just walk in and walk out so casually.
Yeah, this question is wonderful question. Everyone should ask this question. Everyone will realize they will get that own answer. We all have the issues. Actually, I felt depressed once actually. I visited psychiatrist. He told, no, it's not depression. You just do your walking and you start your exercise back, you will feel good. You are not feeling good, you are not depressed. After he explained, I got, okay, I'm not depressed. I felt depressed.
Okay.
I changed my mind and I started my regular one. If I don't treat on time, definitely what will happen? That mood again it will come. It will become chronic.
When we keep thinking that it has happened to us, sometimes we get into that mood, right? When some specialist or someone is soothing us, okay, you don't have any problem, then automatically our mood changes.
Yeah. Same thing, actually, we think something else, we check, we do master health checkup. It shows everything is normal, we feel good. The doctor says you are okay. Our fever comes down.
So we need some affirmation from a specialist.
From a professional person. The professional consultation is very much important in psychotherapies. Very much important. People miss it.
Okay.
Yes, before we didn't have so many mental issues. No, we had it. We didn't know how to treat.
Okay.
I used to go so many, that Yerwadi, that Chotanikarai. Mental issues treated very badly in our culture.
Like you got some spirit, like mental issues are told as like you got some spirit or some curse or some bad thing or evil eye. So we try to categorize in our own culture or those kind of things, right?
Yeah, mood disorders, personality disorders, we have DSM 1, 2, 3, so many this thing. Some should be treated with medications, pharmacology way. Some should be the therapeutic way. Some should be treated with a neurological way. There is so many categories are there in mental issues. And not like just stress or anxiety or something, PTSD, post-traumatic disorders or personality disorders, schizophrenia. So many things. It's so many categories are there. Psychiatry is needed for some people. Some neurological issues, they should be treated. Some even dietitian needed for some people. Nutrition, proper nutrition needed for some people.
Okay.
So many categories are coming under the mental issues. Take it is very simple. Bipolar and schizophrenic are totally, they should be treated very properly.
Okay.
We can take it just simple way like that. We go split or we go to temple. No, she's not in good mood. She is thinking something. No, actually, it's like fever and cold. It may catch anyone, like coronavirus. Any disorders, any mental disorders can catch anyone. People, it may come to me also.
Okay.
So we should not tell any person badly about their mental issues. That should come to each and everyone.
Okay, so basically people should understand brain is also our body organ, like other organs, how a liver or a heart or a stomach is getting problem, or our brain can also get problem. So,
yes, truly.
So
that is also linked with the neurotransmitter. What you are telling is 100% correct. The serotonin is an important thing actually for us. The 90%, 95% serotonin is produced in our gut. The proper. If we don't produce serotonin properly, we'll get mental issues. So the diet is highly linked with that brain.
That's what people are ready to go to a specialist for a heart specialist or for a stomach specialist and all those things, but we don't want to go to a brain specialist. They, as psychiatrist, okay, psychiatrist means it's treated for some mental problem. It's not so. It's not that if only you have cancer, you go to a specialist, right? If you have stomach pain also, you go to a specialist. The same way, it's not only mentals go to the psychiatrist. A small problem can, if we have small problems also, we can go to a psychiatrist.
Yeah, we can go. Actually, I tell first we have to visit the psychologist.
Okay.
So many things can be treated with psychologists.
Can you give us just a small example, difference between psychologist and psychiatrist?
Yeah. Psychologist means they do therapies. Authorized to write medications. Psychiatrists deal the patients after MBBS they do.
Okay.
BSc, MSc, MPhil, PhD, they do in psychology. They are psychologists. The clinical psychologists have the right to open a clinic for therapies.
Okay, okay.
After the license. So psychology, not only psychology, they psychologists in various disciplines they are there.
Okay.
That psychology in industrial psychologists are there, social psychologists are there, and positive psychologists are there. So many departments in psychology.
Okay, okay.
Environment psychology and corporate. They take only HR specialization.
Okay, okay. Now most of the schools are also having counselors, right? So the students can approach.
Child counselors. Child counselors, that psychology. Pediatric. So many departments are there.
Okay.
And same psychiatrists. They finish MBBS, first MBBS. So they do so much pharmacology. They study about pharmacology also. So they can treat patients with the medications.
Okay.
Psychologists, we don't have a right to do that. We can do only therapies.
Okay.
It's also not simple, it's elaborate.
So what are the therapies you are giving?
Actually, the famous therapies are CBT. I integrate with the NLP. I'm an NLP practitioner. It's NLP practitioner. We call it as NLP. I'm practicing NLP for last 4 years.
Okay.
I integrated NLP concepts with my therapies. So the common therapy who works it, and so many emotional therapies and goal focus therapies. So many therapies are there.
Okay.
We use according to the clients.
Okay.
Actually, I'm the person, I am not strongly fixed with one therapy.
Okay.
In 12 sessions, I use different therapy actually. Therapies. And some people, I definitely fix only with CBT. Some people I give 50% CBT, 50% NLP.
Okay. What is CBT and what is NLP?
CBT is cognitive behavior therapy.
Okay.
NLP is a neuro-linguistic program.
Okay.
It has some concepts. So with the concepts, we can give awareness. For psychotherapy, awareness is important.
Okay.
They should face the reality. They can't live in their own world.
Okay.
This is the reality. COVID is the reality. Financial issues are the reality. The relationship, the broken relationship is the reality. Loved one is not reality.
Okay.
Self-realization important. Self-realization, we can use so many tools. All the tools, no, it has different usage.
Okay.
One tool may work for you and one tool may work for me, one tool may work for others. Really, we also don't know which tool will work for.
Okay. So can you, when we talk about self-realization, can you give a small tip or exercise so that we can know about the self-realization and when exactly should we approach a psychologist? Because people don't know, like some people like overreact for small things. Oh, maybe I am depressed, I'm having anxiety, I should go see a psychologist. Some people will be, no, this is normal, our ancestors were like this, my mother was like this is a simple thing. When other people are telling them, finding, okay, you should meet one them. So when exactly they should, is it possible to do a self-test and then go to a psychologist? Okay, this time I have to meet a psychologist.
Self-awareness is important. Just to watch yourself from morning to morning 5 o'clock, what you are doing. Yeah, waking up, brushing our teeth, and sipping our coffee or tea, doing our regular work. No, small issues will come and go. Just observe. Just complete journal from morning to evening. If you are okay with the journal, yeah, it's everything is normal in the journal. Yeah, I felt anger. It's okay. Tomorrow I'll be okay. Okay, tomorrow it will be okay. Otherwise, you observe for 2-3 days.
Okay.
Or 5 days or 7 days. Then you will come to know something wrong.
Okay.
It's not normal. I cry a lot. I don't sleep properly. Impulsive behavior. We should know. You know about your kid very well. That's how.
Yeah, that's what I was about to ask now. Usually, moms are caring about others. They know everything about their spouse, about their family, about their kids. But when you ask them about themselves, they'll be like thinking, okay, what are my strengths? What are my weakness? What are my positive things? Sometimes if people ask, what is my favorite food? I think about it. Okay, what is my favorite food? If someone asks me, what is my kids or what is my husband's favorite food? I'll be able to tell immediately, because in the process of these many years, I have forgot. I'm okay to eat anything. As long as I'm getting food on the table, I'm fine with it. So usually ladies, what they do is they forget about themselves, like self-pampering, or they forget about the self-potentials. They're so busy in caring. They don't even have time to think about themselves. Okay, maybe I'm depressed. Okay, this is part of life. Next minute, when we sit to think also, if the child is crying, if they need anything, immediately we run away. We forget about ourselves. So especially for women, those are like very busy with their family lives or professional life. They take very less time to do the self-realization thing. For them, the easiest method, or what would you suggest?
As I told, daily walking, daily discipline way. You need your own time. Me time.
Okay.
I call it as me time. Half an hour at just go through from morning to night. So which way you used your time? How can you change it as a productive way? Whatever you do, are you using your time as productively or distractively? Just think for half an hour. Take half an hour break from everything. Nothing will happen to the home.
Yeah, that is the first and foremost thing. It's not a crime to take the time out for yourself. Yeah. Many women should realize that it's not a crime. It's okay if the dinner is late, if the breakfast is late, or something happens, or anything is fine. You can take time out for yourself. So in the long run, your family will also get used to, okay, this time she is not available. Initially, it might be a problem, but I think in the long run, your family also will understand, okay, this time to this time, she is not available for us. And
we are beginning that about getting good name from all the people, from the child. You are a good mom, a good wife, good daughter-in-law. No, nothing will happen. We have to accept our own mistakes and come out from them. We can't get good name in all the fields, good staff, good businesswoman. No.
I think if we want to get good name also, we should be first get good name from ourselves, from within, and then try to get good name from others.
We need to accept ourselves. You have the limitations. Accept your limitations. You can't work for family, business, all for 24 hours.
That is what, right?
You can't be very successful in everything, everywhere, 360 degree.
People provoke you in such a way, oh, women are so talented, they are multitaskers, they can do this, they can do that. They provoke and get the work done from us, right?
I tell all women, if you are an entrepreneur or a business person or a job-oriented person, keep your cook. And let them cook. It's not your work. You give salary for them, so you can give one family, no, economical way, you can help support other family. Other women also get economical benefit from them. It's not your work. Cooking means, okay, let them cook. You also can enjoy after your hours of work, actually. First get the financial freedom, then think about this. So the going behind the good name, managing, she can manage everything. Then one day she will break down.
Good name and trying to be perfect in each and everything. Okay, my family, I should cook properly. The maid won't cook properly. I should do this. So I think we need to let that go, and maybe we should supervise and learn to take help from others, or we should find sources instead of piling up everything and building up the stress. We should learn to get the resources or make use of the resources.
100%. 100%. Actually, whoever seeks perfections, finally they fails actually, and they feel depressed. So in the stress questionnaire, the important question is about the perfection. We are very much confused about perfection and doing the work in a right way. The perfection doesn't have any limit. You can better way. This interview can be better in the next level. We can do it next level. We can do. So when we will finish this interview. So you accept myself, you accept me. Okay, madam is doing some mistakes. Okay, let her do. Edit it. If you seek perfection, what this madam is doing? How she talks? No, not at all. We have to edit and crash this one. Then we'll seek other perfect person. Then finally we find there is no perfect person in the world. No perfect leaders in the world. No perfect housewife in the world. No perfect employee in the world. No perfect corporate leaders in the world. The life is not far at all. Who is life? This is by Bill Gates.
Okay.
Who that is in his young age, after he reached that number 1, he told this life is not at all fair.
Okay, so you can't get.
Bill Gates also faced so many things. That's why he raised. So take it as challenges.
Okay, whenever
the problems comes, take it as challenge. Focus on solution, don't focus on problems.
And one at a time.
Focus on solutions.
I think that is the key thing. One at a time. Otherwise, people pile up everything. Okay, I have to do this. I have to do that. Everything they pile up.
Yeah, no, I support multitasking. Actually, I do sometimes multitasking. When I am in Clubhouse, I just listen that and I do. I listen great stories about entrepreneurs and I do. That is different. We used to that.
No, multitasking is different, and problem solving is different, right? You can't solve all the problem at the same time.
Oh, yeah, correct. Actually, you told the problem solving. Do solve one by one. Yeah, that is 100%.
Okay.
Problem solving, I tell, take it as a project. Office, you take one project and finish it and go. You have to some relationship, take it as a project. Take it very seriously. Seek some advice. Seek experts or check with the experts what they do. The finish issues and go to the next. So in that thread which is tangled, we can't do it in within a minute. We need one by one. Like that, the issues, we have to solve it one by one.
I think what we apply professionally, we should apply on personal lives also. Especially Bangalore is full of IT professions. So when you're doing a project, you do it as a teamwork. When you have a problem, you seek experts' advice. So you can't be telling, okay, I can do everything. So while we were talking about physical health, you were telling a small tip is to do some simple exercises or at least walking. So in that way, what would you suggest for maintaining a good mental health and good emotional health? What is the simple practice we can do on day-to-day basis?
Write it down.
Okay.
Any issues, write it down. Check it for solution. Clearly write it down. And patience.
Okay.
Everything will be solved automatically. Don't rush.
Hmm.
Everything. If the husband is not speaking at me, after 3 days he will come back. If the child is doing so many, after 3 days he will become normal. I ask one more question. Before 5 years in your life, the same day, what were the issues you faced? Can you remember?
No.
So, but why you get confused about this today? And so after 5 years, definitely we'll forget these issues. Why we are just stressed out? Why we not live happily and accept and happily? Just accept the people as they are. Accept the world as they are. And accept yourself as you are. That is more important. With the strengths.
Okay. I think first we learn
Especially
to accept
the flaws.
When we learn to accept our flaws, automatically we'll learn to accept other people's flaws also. When we try to be
100%.
perfectionists, we try to, okay, this is not good, this is not bad. The same thing we apply on the other people also. I am perfect at this, why you're not perfect at this? So I think we should take it as complimentary. Okay, I'm good at this, that person is good at that. As I said, as we do the projects, on a professional level, the same thing should be applied on our personal lives also. I'm good at something, he is good at something, or the family is good at something, or my relatives are good at something. So let me seek help from them. If they need my help, I'm ready to give to them. So no one has all the abilities and all the capabilities.
Yeah, actually, I had an issue in my family with my in-laws. My in-law used to seek so many things from me. And I am little in a modern way, she used to be in a traditional way. It's not our generation difference. So she used to ask so many things which I can't do. So small issues may arise. All the family comes, all the relationships, not only in my in-law. I take this a very positive way. All the issues, I felt sometimes I felt so depressed. Why it's happening to me? So that time when I started my NLP, after I found the psychology study don't have so much therapies, practical. Even I finished BSc, MSc, 5 years of psychology. I found no, I need something else to study. Then I was seeking some profession on that therapies or something. When I found my NLP master, he asked me first question, what is your important issue? I told, if someone tells about myself or blame me, I cannot take it in a right way. I am a right person as per myself. But as per for them, I'm not a right person and I'm not doing right thing. So sometimes they blame me. How can I accept this? How can I react this? How can I respond this? Okay, one day is okay. Day to day? Day to day, boss may tell something, in-laws may tell something, relations may tell something. How I can deal with these things? I get anger. I get stressed or something else. He told. If they tell about you, it's not about you, about your actions. If they tell that, if they give proper feedback for your action, if you feel it's right, the mistake is yours, correct the mistakes and grow to the next level. If it's not right, they perceived as a wrong thing. Lie also. If it is like that, don't take it very seriously. Why we got to react for a non-existence? We don't need to react for that. They are not understanding. It's not our mistake. They don't know the truth. It's not our mistake. We know the truth.
Hmm.
We know we don't need to react for that, which is not good. Which is not two things.
I think the
So
simple
I can
way-
tell
when you
that
call your name.
tomorrow India will join with America. Do you believe that? It's like you don't believe that. Like that, we should not believe that. Just leave it. If it is, just work on it. Grow to the next level. And it's not about Kirti. It's about not about Samira. It's not about anyone. It's about Samira's action and Kirti's action. Keep it here. Don't keep it. Take it here. Everything keep it here. That is a simple idea to face the issues in the life.
Okay, that is
Mentor
such
taught
a-
me in the first day of my class.
Okay, so I think that's such a beautiful thought. Thank you so much, Kritika, for joining us today. I think you're in a hurry, and maybe if possible, we'll schedule another interview. Thank you so much for closing this video with such a beautiful thought. I'll leave all your links and contact number in the description box. If anyone wants to contact Kritika, they can go ahead and contact. So I'll leave all the links in the description box. Thank you so much, Kritika, for joining us today.
Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you.